so far, and how have the Finnish fans responded to Camelot? I know you've been to Finland before.
It's been great. I mean, we're trying out some new regions now, which is exciting for us. We were just now, I guess, a little bit up north in Jyväskylä,
Jyväskylä.
and we're playing tonight. We're playing in Joensuu, and then Seinäjoki, I think, something like that, Seinäjoki, and then of course Helsinki, which we played many times before. So
Yes.
it's fun. I mean, the crowd, the reaction so far has been great.
It's good to know. Obviously, you have a new singer, Tommy.
No, it's not new. It's the second record.
Yes, you're right. Okay. Sorry about that. What kind of feedback has he received from the listeners, and how did you get him to sing for your band in the first place?
Well, like 5 years ago, we had to make a decision on singers, and
It's been that long.
yeah, and so basically we just did auditions, and we knew about him before that. And it's been awesome. I mean, he's helped actually elevate the band to some degree, you know.
Wow. Yeah, his voice is definitely very fitting for Kamelot. I think so. How has he been involved in what has he been able to bring to the table that wasn't there before? Songwriting, like you said.
I don't want to compare. I can just tell you what he brings to the table. Amazing frontman, killer songwriter, great with lyrics, team player, and I think he's injected a new spirit into the band in terms of this energy and youth.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's I mean, I couldn't have scripted it better, honestly.
So he's helped with writing Silverthorn and
Yeah.
Haven.
Silverthorn and Haven, he was crucial in the lyrics and the vocal melodies and some of the music.
Okay. Let's talk a bit about Poetry for the Poison. It was a unique and standard album. Why the turning point, and what makes it such a controversial album?
I mean, it was a difficult album to finish based on a lot of different personal problems within the group. For me personally, the album was not totally finished like I normally want albums to be. But at the same time, it has a special uniqueness and character that, in hindsight, you know, I wouldn't change. So it's some fans love it, some fans it's not their favorite. You know?
Yeah, I understand. You have this distinctive Camelot sound that no one else has, and I get the impression that some people wouldn't want you to change it because, after all, you're just so good at what you do in creating that signature sound. Having this in mind, how does it affect your creativity and writing process?
We don't really think about the quote-unquote sound. I mean, that also
Yes.
comes automatically because I'm still part of the core songwriting, and there's certain elements that I will always have within Camelot. But with Haven and to a certain degree Silverthorn, we wanted to build on that sound and go a little bit more modern with different techniques. Haven is a little bit different mixing process and mastering different elements within the songwriting.
How do you think you achieve that? I mean, these elements that we hear, dark, emotional, yet, as you've mentioned before, uplifting, where are they coming from? What inspires that Camelot?
Different things. I mean, I was on a big kick with these dystopic type movies, you know, whether it be like Hunger Games or The Island, or so a bunch of these type of movies that I've been fascinated since I was a little kid with the future, and so that was kind of a big catalyst for a lot of the imagery and ideas we had for the Haven.
How do you feel about your music touching so many different types of listeners in the world? It's quite odd because one can connect with people who are into softer metal and to those who are more into very aggressive, heavy music. Camelot's music crosses so many borders and ages. What do you think? Why do you think this is?
I'm not really sure. We don't really try to analyze it too much, but it's obviously something that we are very fortunate to have a fan base that is really broad, and not just in terms of demographics of age, but also music types and genres. I think we're able to kind of mix different types of music within our kind of core, which a lot of bands don't have that freedom. I think we have the kind of fans that really like that.
And like you said, lyrics, lyrically. Tommy helped with writing those. Before Silverthorn, I'm just curious, who usually wrote those lyrics?
It was a mixture, but previous singer wrote most of the lyrics before.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's important if the singer can write the lyrics to help convey the emotion in the vocals.
Yeah. So this new album, it's not concept. It's not a concept album like Silverthorn. Is that right?
No, it's not.
It's not. What type of themes does it touch on?
Um, pretty much. Even though it's not a concept, there is definitely a red line throughout the record. And as I was saying, this whole dystopic kind of idea of the future and revolution and the way government is taking over, corporations are taking over. All these kind of themes are kind of intertwined within the lyrics of the record.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite song to play live at the moment?
Right now, I would say Revolution is our favorite.
Revolution.
Yeah, it's got this mixture of, it's probably one of our heaviest songs we've ever written, but it also has a beautiful like mid part with just vocals and strings, Yeah, it's just a really cool song to play live.
Okay. You've always performed with an ESP on stage for as long as I can remember. In 2008, when I saw you live back in Boston, you were rocking an ESP. What is your guitar setup nowadays?
I mean, I have an endorsement deal with ESP guitarists since I have probably for at least 10 years, I think. And they just make great guitars. They're very supportive whenever I need something. I just give them a call and they hook me up. I mean, like on the Insomnia video, I wanted to have a white Eclipse, and so they sent that to me before we went to shoot the video, and they just make great guitars, and I've been really happy with them. I mean, before that, I played Jackson.
A soloist.
A soloist, yeah. And before that, I had like Flying V's and all kind of different guitars.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that I didn't.
But I really like the Eclipse, the balance of the Eclipse now. I have some Horizons as well, which is more like the traditional kind of Fender kind of cut, But I don't know. For this era, I feel like the Eclipse fits what I'm doing.
Okay. Thank you. You're working on a live DVD, is that right? How's that coming along?
Well, we just pretty much finalized contractual plans for a DVD. So now we have to sort of figure out where we're going to do it, and whether it's going to be part of a tour or it's going to be like a one-off concert like we did before. That's all being planned right now, so we're not totally sure yet, but we're hoping hopefully next year we'll be able to shoot that and get that to the fans.
Next year. Could you convey a message to the fans and our viewers watching this interview right now?
Yeah, well, thanks for your support. Make sure you go get Haven if you haven't checked it out yet. It's our new record, and I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. And if we're coming to your town, make sure you come see us live. We'll see you there.
It's going to be great to hear the classic songs with a different perspective and the new material, of course. Have fun tonight, and thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Yeah.